Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's time for some manga weekly sales. Welcome once again. It's time for another top 10 manga sales. This is going to be on specifically in Japan, not the world, not US, specifically Japan. So this is the same time I do this video. Hopefully you guys like the first one. We'll be releasing past this one, hopefully more on time next time. So make sure you catch on to those. If you haven't done so by now, subscribe to my channel, give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. Check out the stuff in the description below, and let's start because last time it took quite a bit for a top 10. So first we're going to start with this series that is in number 10. It is called First Marriage. This is volume 13. I don't think there is a production in English yet, but it is. You can find it online if you look close enough. It says, two people who met for the first time today. Should we have the world's best wedding? 3 years later, the Nanami High School that UI enters is a special school where girls and boys spend their dorm life in a shared room, aiming for the world's best wedding. Khan, the guy chosen as Yui's partner by the super accurate machine system, is an ever so slightly malicious guy. That is what the premises of this series is. It is volume 13, so it's quite already in, which is why even though it's not popular worldwide, it still does well because, you know, it has a small following. 28,423 copies sold on the last week of October. So very interesting series. This list is definitely a little bit different from what we saw last time. This one's definitely one that is a new title for the US, but not really for Japan. The sales are actually not as high as it was last week, so and we're going to see that throughout the entire top 10. I think even number 1 doesn't even reach the 6 figures. In number 9, we have one that will be seen twice in this list. That is What Did You Eat Yesterday, volume 22. This is specifically on the special edition book. This one sold 33,710 copies, and it is one that is been releasing for a while. Don't know there's a lot of English volumes out there, but there is some. It says a hardworking middle-aged gay couple in Tokyo come to enjoy the finer moments of life through food. After long days at work, either in the law firm or the hair salon, Shiro and Kenji will always have downtime together by the dinner table where they can discuss their troubles, hash out their feelings, and enjoy delicately prepared home food meals. So it is a cooking type of series. It is an older one here in Japan, which is why very much why both the special edition and the actual book release are doing both well and are in the top 10. Again, not very big here in the US, but at the very least it is in Japan. This one sold 33,000, so quite a small jump from 10th place, I will say so myself. In 8th place comes another title that I at least don't recognize it. It is by the Kadokawa company, and it has 41,967 copies sold. It is I Want to Be a Powerhouse Behind the Scenes. Now this one, I was only able to find a summary in Japanese, so if it's a little broken, I do apologize. It says, in another world, Okay, can you hear the birth cry of the Overlord in another world, enjoying the setting of being a secret power person who intervenes in all sorts of things from behind the scenes by showing his abilities. The place where Beta were blown away by Black Rose, that appeared in the kingdom of Oriana, was Japan on Earth, where Sid lived in his previous life. However, the world is full of magical power and has been completely changed by the damage caused by the magical beast. This is the 12th volume of that. So kind of like a post-apocalyptic isekai almost. Very interesting, to be honest. This is one that when I saw the summary and I saw the actual cover, really piqued my interest in wanting to know more about it. Unfortunately, haven't been able to find a English version. I know if I look harder, I can probably find at least the first two volumes in English, but this one does stand in 8th place. In 7th place is one that was part of last week's top 10. It's going to be on Yona of the Dawn, volume 42, selling 43,617 copies this week. Princess Yona lives in an ideal life as the only princess of her kingdom, doted on by her father, the king, and protected by her faithful guard, Hawk. She cherishes the time spent with the man she loves, Suwon, but everything changes on her 16th birthday when tragedy strikes her family. This is volume 42. It's been releasing for years, since 2003, I believe. So it's pretty much the reason why it's doing so well for 2 weeks consecutively, at least from what I've been recording. So yeah, it hits 7th place this time around. Another one that has been releasing for years and did again well, standing on 6th place, is Case Closed, volume 104. 59,300 copies released. This follows Jimmy Kudo, the son of a world-renowned mystery writer, is a high school detective who has cracked the most baffling of cases. One day, while on a date with his childhood friend Rachel, Jimmy observes a pair of men in black involved in some shady business. The men capture Jimmy and give him a poisonous substance to rub out their witness, but instead of killing him, it turns him into a little kid. Jimmy takes on the name Conan Edogawa and continues to solve all the difficult cases that come his way. That's the premises of Case Closed. It's been releasing for years, guys, decades, I would even say, which is why it makes sense that for another week it is part of the top 10 list. This one's standing now in 6th place. So it's another one that this one was in 1st place last week. So there is going to be 2 others that are in 4th and 5th that were part of the top 10. So even though it did really well last week, it is not doing as well as 2 others that are going to be coming in just a second. Coming in 5th place, Spy Family Volume 12. We follow the life of 3 characters that are basically strangers to one another, but trying to finish a mission by the main character. This is Volume 12 on that. 60,593 copies. It is another one that is again on top 10. So I'm excited for this one because this one is one of the ones that is not just popular in Japan, but also in the US. In 4th place, another one that's also popular in the US is Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 24. This one follows a particular character that has taken some fingers of a demon, and he has himself brought some powers, and now he's used to fight off a demon types around the world. Like I said last week, I'm excited for this volume because it does imply that there's angels in this world. I'm watching season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen, and it's so good. So I'm excited to see what this whole volume 24 is bringing to the table, because it seems like now angels are going to be part of it, and I'm going to assume it's going to add a lot more to what we already have of the series. Coming in third spot of the week, I Want Someone Else in My Next Life, Volume 8, also known as Someone. I Want Someone Else in My Next Life. Sorry, that's the only title I have. So we follow Yoshino, a high school girl who was born and raised in a Yakuza family. Although his family environment is unusual, he has lived his days quietly and peacefully until she met her fiance, Miyama. Aosuto, whose previous work was ranked second in the manga, is this series here that's releasing now. Now, there's another one that I was only able to find a summary in Japanese, so it was a little rough summary because, you know, I can just do so much with translations, but it is being released online, I believe, so you can like read the first chapter online. So but I guess now they're doing hard copies today too. So like I said, this one is in third place or third spot of the week, and it sold 70,162 copies. Another recognizable title, at least here for the US, is Falling in Love with Yamada-kun at level 999. This is volume 8. This one is college student Akane has just been dumped by her boyfriend. Heartbroken, she decides to quit the online RPG they used to play together, but instead of deleting her account, she logs in and battles low-level enemies to relieve her stress and hurt feelings. There, she meets Yamada, an elite pro gamer, so reclusive that Akane can't decide if he's awkward or alluring. This is one that was recommended by a friend, Arceus, here on YouTube, and he himself finished it. I have not finished it yet. I think I'm only in episode 2 or 3, but I am going to watch this one because I was recommending this one by him. 83,070 copies sold this week. Doing really well for it. I'm going to assume it's because it's a worldwide known series, so that's why it is standing in second place. We have one more series, guys. And in first place, once again, What Did You Eat Yesterday? Volume 22. Now, this is the regular release with 93,279 copies. It did well. It's, like I said, it's a famous series in Japan for whatever reason it is. It is a food type of series, and people like it. It is also a yaoi in its own way. So, yeah. People really enjoy it. It's not really a yaoi, actually. I scratch that out. it follows the gay community, which obviously it's up and coming outside of the US. You know, it seems like the US and the western side of the world is kind of front on it, but now the Asian countries are more something of it as well. So it shows it by having this one in number 1 this week. Yeah. That is all, guys. That's my top 10 of the week when it comes to manga releases. So let me know which one you are planning to check out or read, or which one you were excited to see to be in the top 10. Next week, hopefully, we'll see some different ones and talk about different ones. So let me know in the comment section if you like this series, if I should continue it, or if I should add light novels, because I know I can find the list of my light novels as well, but I have to. So thank you guys so much for this love and support that you show this channel. And guys, like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.